Good morning, everybody. My name is Marianne. I'm very excited to share with you the business that I started. All right, but before I do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Marian Villarico. I'm a nurse by profession, and before forever, I used to work as a customer service representative in the supply chain. During the course of 8 years, I loved my job. However, I started to become very stressful with the loaded work, and I even work up to 8 to 12 hours in a day. And sadly, by the end of the month, I don't get any extra pay. So I said, if I'm going to do this for the next 15 to 20 years of my life, I think I'm not going to go anywhere. So um, during this time, my partner Jeffrey was already doing the business 3 years ahead of me, and I was able to compare his life from mine. He was waking up 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock in the morning, and then he would stay at home, work on his mobile through the internet, and then come to the office 4 hours in a day to meet clients. And then at the end of the year, he gets a bonus, and his monthly income is bigger than me. To think that I'm working all my hours in the office. So I said I wanted to learn what he's doing. So just like you right now, if you are new to this presentation, it's the same presentation that I heard 3 years ago. Okay, so the good thing was that even before that, I was already a user of the products, especially the skincare and the weight management. I really loved it. It's the only products that actually worked for me. And then 2 years later, when I started to listen to the business part, I decided to do it part time for 2 years as well. So, doing it part time was actually not that easy, but yet there's a system that is simple to follow. So, when I come home in the evenings from work, I would meet up my clients in our product center or even meet them outside. If not, I would stay at home, be on my smartphone, or in my laptop doing my business. The beauty about this business is that we are also online. Now, fast forward on my third year, I quit my job and I was so happy to tell my boss that I'm already retiring. To his surprise, okay, at the age of 31, he said only people at the age of 60 or 65 retire in a company. But for me to retire so early, he asked, what am I doing? So, what is this company that I'm involved with? The company is called Forever Living Products, and we believe in the quote that if you change your thinking, you change your life. 3 years ago, when I decided that I needed some improvement in my life or I wanted to get out of that comfort zone I said, I have to change my mindset. Since a child, we were trained to study very well, get a job, and get highly paid. But the thing is, the reality is that we don't get paid that much in accordance to our performance. So that's the time I said, if I want to be rich or if I want to actually be comfortable, I have to change my zone. So during this time, I opened my mind to the business, and then from then onwards, it slowly changed my life. This is our office in Arizona, USA. We are actually 39 years already in the business. In fact, we started in 1978 in the USA. And the good news is that we have an experienced, long standing senior management. What do I mean by this? In the last 39 years, the board of directors of this company has remained the same. Unlike in my previous companies, they have probably changed 3 to 4 times in those whole of 8 years. And what happens? We as employees get affected by this change. Some slots or some jobs are taken off, some salaries are decreased too, and some policies change. Now, the good news is that we are also turning over or profiting over $2.5 billion every year. So, to think that you are involved in a $1 billion company, it's something that is not here today and gone tomorrow. Also, the owner owns over $1.5 billion hotels and resorts in Europe, Africa, and even in America. And in fact, we buy our own offices in cash. So we don't own any banks, any loans. All right? And the good news is that you can also start your business globally. Imagine when you want to put up a franchise, let's say you have a business in the UAE and you want to put a franchise back home, let's say in the Philippines or in India or in USA, for example, you have to pay a franchising fee, right? Also, you have to pay for the office registration, trade license, the registration of the products, for the staff, for the electricity, and everything. So basically, you'll be probably putting up half a million or half of your savings already just to put up your own franchise. But here in Forever, when I started this business, I was so happy and surprised that I can do it in over 160 countries already. And what are our products? Our products are into the health and wellness products, which is now the multi-trillion global market. 10, 20 years ago, people only know that they live their own life, they eat whatever they can, they wait for themselves to get sick, and then go to the hospitals, take prescription medications, and then go back to their old lifestyle. But nowadays, if you've noticed, a lot of people now are going into gyms, into spas. They're now very conscious with the ingredients that they eat. Okay, they look at it if it's natural, gluten free, or organic. These words now are very common, and that is in the health and wellness sector, which are our products. I'd like to introduce you to our owner, Mr. Rexmon. He he is part of the Forbes 400 list, which is part of the richest people in the world. And look at his net worth that time. He was $600 million. And to think today, he's already a $2.6 billion guy. Okay? These are some of our offices in over 160 countries, just to show you that we actually have our own offices in different parts of the world. The good news is that you have we have our offices also in the UAE, in Saudi, in Kuwait, in Oman, in Jordan, and Lebanon. Okay, so basically everything in the Middle East, we have everywhere in the Middle East, we have all our offices. Now, here in the UAE, we're very glad to share with you that we are already 17 years. What do I mean by this? We are the largest importer of health goods. In fact, for the last 2 years, we have been awarded by the UAE Federation Chamber of Commerce in this aspect, and we are also the member of the Direct Selling Association. Now, I would like to stress this part because not all direct selling companies like Forever are registered with the DSA, and we are very proud to be part of this association. In fact, we were featured in an article in a local tabloid in UAE called the National.ae that there are just 11 companies DSA registered and certified in the UAE. And you can see right there, Forever Living is part of that. Now, who are we in this country? 15,000 distributors last April came to Dubai World Trade Center to celebrate a sales conference, and our guest of honor is the Crown Prince of Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan. You can see him mingling with Mr. Gregmon, the son of Mr. Rexmon, and it was all over the news, Arabic and even in English news. On your right, you can see Gulf News, an issue on April 7, 2017 on a Friday. Hamdan attends Forever Living's investors meeting. So, for you and me, being visited by the Crown Prince or the royalty himself, this is something big. Also, last September 26, there was an event in Abu Dhabi called Emirati Women, which was hosted, okay, by Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa bin Mohammed Al Nahyan. And we in Forever Living Products also received an award, and on behalf of us is our Director of Operation. Now, last April as well, on the same month, we were having a party at the bottom of the Burj Al Arab, which we all know the seven-star hotel of Dubai. And all of a sudden, our logo was flashed on the building. It was there for 4 to 6 hours. This actually gave me goosebumps because in my whole life here in Dubai, this is the only time that I saw a private company's logo being there on the Burj Al Arab. Now, what makes our products very good and of top quality? We as Forever are the world's #1 grower and producer of aloe vera. In fact, we are vertically integrated. What do I mean by this? We own the process from A to Z. In fact, we own 85% of the aloe vera plantation in the world, which is located in Dominican Republic and Rio Grande, Texas. So what we do, we harvest our own aloe vera, all right? We cold stabilize it, and then we package it, and then we distribute it. So we are in control every step of the way. Now, what do I mean by this? Last year, there was an issue with one mobile company, all right? We wouldn't say the name, but some units actually exploded because of the low quality batteries. Now, why is this? For the longest time, a lot of mobile companies have been using this battery, but for some reason last year they changed supplier, meaning the source of this raw material, all right, is a different one from their previous sources, and they did not know the quality was actually poor enough to actually fail some units. So, in this way, if you are sourcing your raw materials from other suppliers, you are not in control of the quality and even on the price. But in our case, we are totally in control. Now, what do? We take the aloe vera leaf, we open it, and then we take the transparent gel and undergo research and development, and then it goes to our bottles and tubes. Now, I think you know already what is aloe vera. It's a household name already. But did you know that there are 400 types of aloe vera? And the number one that we use is the Aloe barbadensis Miller. Why? This is the most potent aloe vera available from all those types, meaning it's safe to drink and safe to apply in our body for continuous use. Now, the green leaf of the aloe vera, we don't use it in our products, but what we do, we use it back as our fertilizers in our plantation. And right now, you'll notice if you go to pharmacies or even to groceries or supermarkets, there are a lot of products which have aloe vera brand on them. But what makes ours unique and makes us not having any competitor is because of our patented stabilization process. Now, what is the stabilization process? What we do, this a fresh aloe vera gel, we cold stabilize it or cold compress it, and then we have bought a patent to actually make it exclusive for our company to only own this process. In fact, we have three patents, and one patent is equivalent to 50 years. So, meaning 150 years, we don't have any competitors on this level. And we are only on our 39th year. What's next? We have 30-day money back guarantee. We are the only company doing this. Try buying something in any hypermarket or groceries, and then you're not happy with the products. After 30 days, you return it with the receipt. Do you think the cashier or the counter will refund your money? Well, based on my experience, it has never happened to me before. But here in Forever, we give an unconditional 30-day money back guarantee because we are so confident of the quality of our products. Now, what we have as certifications are, we have the Halal Seal, Islamic Society Seal, Kosher Rating, and also the Aloe Science Council Seal that certifies the purity of our aloe vera. And we're the first aloe vera company who has this. Now, I'd like to share with you my favorite bottle, which I call the aloe vera gel. It's not just my favorite, it's everybody's favorite because this is turning over $1.5 billion every year. What is inside of it? It's a vegetable. Aloe vera is a vegetable, now transformed into an aloe vera gel kept fresh in a 1 liter bottle. This has 96% aloe vera plus 4% fruit stabilizers. If you hear me right, we don't use any chemical preservatives, but we have fruit stabilizers. Then it acts as a janitor. So we have vitamins, amino acids, minerals, enzymes. Also, these things that we use or get in any other vegetable. But what makes aloe vera different from any other vegetable? It's those two properties at the bottom, the lignin and saponin property. What do we mean by lignin property? Lignin means when you drink the aloe vera gel, the nutrients will actually seep in or penetrate deeply up to the seventh layer of the cell. All right, is that good? That's why people who have been drinking aloe vera gel over time, you would see their skin is flushing, they're very healthy, all right, they're energetic as compared to non-drinkers. Now, saponin. This is called a natural soapy substance that acts as a janitor inside your body. So, how does it work in our body. What happens is that when you take the aloe vera gel early in the morning, empty stomach, just 120 ml, it acts as a prebiotic. It prepares your intestine and your stomach for the food and drinks that you will start to eat throughout the day. Now, during the day, what happens? The toxins, the preservatives, or which other chemicals that is in the food that you eat, it will be automatically flushed out when you go to the toilet, and then the nutrients will be going directly to your body. Now, what happens in the normal case wherein people do not drink aloe vera? These toxins from the food still remains in your intestine over time. That's why people, okay, they think that they are not absorbing the nutrients in their food. What happens to them? They're always hungry, they have migraines or headaches, they feel so weak and unenergetic. Also, they feel that they're also gaining weight for some reason, even if they're eating less. Okay, so that's why aloe vera gel is important to keep the pathway in your intestine clear so that anything that you don't need, you flush out, and everything that you need is absorbed. Okay, look at these twins in Japan. They were featured in the World's Guinness Book of Records, and they were born in 1892, died after 108 years old. What was their secret? They drank aloe vera gel every day, included in their healthy diet. Look at this cat featured by BBC News. Its name is Spike and lived until the age of 30. But did you know that the lifespan of an indoor cat is between 12 to 15 years only? But look at this cat, lived until the age of 30 years old because its owner was mixing a little of aloe vera into the food every day. Okay, so that's the benefit that you can get, not only animals. Now, the next supplement that I want to share with you is what we call the Arctic Sea. What I really love about this product is that it contains all the essential or healthy fatty acids that we need. It actually has omega-3 and omega-9. Let me explain to you. Omega-6, let me explain to you in layman's term. Omega-3 comes from the deep fishes in the Arctic Ocean like salmon, mackerel, tuna, anchovy. Now, according to nutritionists, we should at least have one big portion every day. But because of our fast-paced lifestyle right now, we don't have time, we don't have that sources to prepare the fish oil that we need throughout the day, we are lacking on omega-3. What happens if we lack omega-3? We have poor memory, poor vision, poor skin, poor joints, okay, poor bodily functions. Also, this one has omega-6, which comes from olive oil. What's the purpose of that? It helps you to prevent storage of bad fats or bad cholesterol. Now, what makes ours very different from any other fish oil is that we have an additional 33% omega-3 which comes from calamari oil. Alright, and this one has been backed up by Dr. John Derber, the father and discoverer of omega-3. This is the only omega-3 that he has backed up and said that this is one by far is the best omega-3 supplement in the market right now. What happens to your body? So on your left, you'll see a normal blood vessels with inside healthy blood flowing in. Now, when you try to eat oily foods or high in cholesterol, it starts to build up like a plaque. You can see there's a yellow part there at the bottom of the blood vessel wall. And eventually, if you continue to neglect your diet, you don't burn it, it gets stuck and thickens. Okay, so there's a small space for the blood to flow. That's why people develop high blood pressure. Why? The heart is pumping too much blood because it's unable to flow freely. It's trying to push itself to that very small space left because the rest has been blocked by the cholesterol. Worst case scenario, the blood vessels will erupt because it's totally blocked by the cholesterol. Okay, now what happens? You can either get a stroke or a heart attack, and then the doctor will do a heart bypass, for example, will cut those erupted part and connect the healthy blood vessels together. Now, after this surgery, what happens is you're under medication. Okay, so meaning every day you're putting in toxics or chemicals from those medicines. Second, the doctor will tell you, do not eat this, do not eat that, do not do this, do not do that. So there are a lot of restrictions for you. Okay? Now, what happens to your life after surgery? You're not living your life to its fullest anymore. And the bad thing is, it's too late to turn it back. Okay, so what do Arctic Sea do? Arctic Sea will try to melt the cholesterol. Just drink it. It's in a soft gel. Drink it after meal every day, 3 times in a day, just like eating fish, but in a soft gel form, just to make sure that every day you get the proper omega 3 and omega 6 in your diet. Now, let me share with you our other products. We have weight management products. All right, we have energy boosters for sporty people, energetic people. Also have skincare products, personal care products. These are the normal shampoo, toothpaste, and soap. Okay, now coming to the business part, I'd like to share with you Robert Kiyosaki's theory. All right, he wrote a book called Cash Flow Quadrant, wherein he discussed employee, self-employed business owner, and investor. According to him, on the left side, 85% of the people in the whole world are an employee or self-employed. Okay, just imagine this is an active income, no work, no pay. Tomorrow, if your hands get cut, you go to the office. Do you think your company will still pay you? Of course not, because you cannot work for them anymore. So no work, no pay. Self-employed, these are the doctors, the lawyers, or the dentists. What happens is that if they go on a vacation for a month, well, they don't have any patients or no clients, so no work, no pay. Now, according to Robert Kiyosaki, for you to have a passive income, meaning flowing money, even if flowing money for you, even if you're not there, you should become a business owner, an investor. The problem with becoming an investor is that, let's say you wanna invest in a franchise of McDonald's, you should at least have $20 million to be able to do that. And for an average person, ask yourself, do you have the $20 million right now in your bank account? Right? So not yet. So what he suggests, start your own business, because with a small capital, you own a system working for you. I'd like to share with you this article, Mail Online. Okay, this was an article in UK, and they said in year 2025, 50% of the occupations or the jobs will be redundant. Now, does this scare you? For me, it's really, really scary, because nowadays I can see everything is going online. Take, for example, one of the malls here in Dubai, Dubai Mall, is having a facility of online shopping that minimum 500 dirhams, they can actually do home delivery for you. Imagine that. Imagine a mall wherein people used to go and shop to see for themselves, but now the mall has given them a facility to actually deliver it to their doorstep, so they don't need to come anymore. So if one shop in Dubai Mall has 5 staff, then that means they can cut the 3 and leave the 2. So now jobs are getting out of job. Okay? So let us hear, what is this business concept that we are trying to get into. This is what we call the network marketing concept. Now, Stephen Covey, the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, said, network marketing has come of age. It's undeniable that it has become a way to entrepreneurship and independence for millions of people. Bill Gates, if I would be given a chance to start all over again, I would choose network marketing. Imagine if Microsoft will be taken away from him, he would start network marketing. Donald Trump, what would you do if you lost everything and had to start over from scratch? He said, I would find a good network marketing company and get to work. And the audience was shouting and booing him. And then he just replied, that's why I'm up here and you're all sitting down there. Imagine this is actually true, because Donald Trump is already a billionaire. He knows the market for some time. And if the Trump Towers or real estates will be taken away from him, it means that he would rather go find a network marketing company. Now the question is, what is network marketing company? Who are the people involved in this? Well, there are discount customers. In the previous years, people would sign up for a direct selling or network marketing company to get a discount ID and enjoy shopping for a lower price. Later on, they started to share the benefits of the products, and these customers started to buy from them directly. So they have a part time income, just like what I did before for 2 years. And then when I saw the potential that I was already earning more than my day job, I decided to do this full time. Now, what are the products that you need to look into a network marketing company? Well, here shows a graph between 2014 to 2016. The number one product that is there is wellness. It's the highly demanded product. Also, personal care products, which we have in Forever Living. In fact, in Forever Living, we have been awarded by the 2016 Best Multi-Level Marketing. Okay, and you can see amongst those 137 total companies and 636 customer reviews that we are number one. Now, what do we do in Forever Living? First, we use the products. We don't pay any billboards, celebrities, newspapers. We are the own model of our products. Why? You are the best person to recommend a product. Imagine if you are eating in a good restaurant and you tell your friend, try to eat there in that restaurant. Would he go there if you have not eaten there before? I think no. But if you say, try to eat in this restaurant. I have tried it. It's amazing. The chicken is very juicy. It's yummy. It's nutritious. Would you think your friend would go to that restaurant? Definitely. So, this is why it's very important for you to use the products. Second, once you're happy with the products, share the products to your friends, to your colleagues, to your family. When they're in love with the products, you get your income. And then you get a customer base. People buying from you month after month because they are in love with the products. Later on, you'll have a team of business builders, people who would like to do the same business like you. Maybe would like to get an extra income, pay their rent, pay the electricity, would like to send more money back home, or just probably would like to quit their job already and do their own business. Now, here you have the privilege to coach your team. How are you going to coach them if you are a new starter in the business? The good news is that you have our team support. We, as your sponsor, will help you do this business along the way. You are not alone. Also, we have product centered trainings which are available, which you can attend to, and we have a lot of online trainings as well. Now, let me compare what is a traditional business versus forever business, because a lot of people also would like to maybe put up their own supermarkets or a salon or any business that they have to put a very big capital to. Now, what happens in traditional business? Let's say if you're putting up a mobile company, okay? Let's say Apple. All right, in Apple, maybe the iPhone would only cost 500 dirhams. All right, now once they have distributed it to Carrefour, Jumbo Electronics, okay, to all these middlemen, when it goes to the consumers will now pay up to 2,000 to 3,000 dirhams, right? Now, why is this? Because Apple needs to pay Jumbo Electronics Carrefour for distributing their products. But in Forever, remember, we own everything: plantation, manufacturing, and distribution. So, meaning they pay us directly for marketing the products, and no middlemen will take part on our profit. Now, I want you to understand two words here in this slide: case credits, because later on I'm going to discuss how to make money using case credits. Case credits are called product points or CC. If you're familiar with My Club of Carrefour, Air Miles, Shukran Card, these point system, okay, wherein when you purchase something, you get equivalent points. Now, 1 CC is equivalent to 835 in dirhams or retail value. When you join Forever Living Products, which is free, you register online, get your ID, and enjoy 15% discount. And you're called a Novus customer. If you want to do the business, the best way is to start at wholesale, which is at 35% discount. How? You need to accumulate 2 CC and you'll be called an assistant supervisor. The good news is that you cannot be stuck on this discount. You can also get greater discount up to 48% like us. How do you accumulate points? Very simple. For example, you're an assistant supervisor, you have a friend buying zero point 0.7 cc worth of products, so these points will be counted to him, will also be counted to you. And then if you have more friends buying 6 cc, 10 cc, 8 cc, zero point 0.3 cc, all these cc's will be added together, will be also counted to you. If you reach 25 cc, if you look onto the last slide, you will be promoted to a discount of 38% and you will be called a supervisor. Now you have 2 months to accumulate these points. Take for example, month 1 is your December month. You in your group, you have accumulated 10 cc. In January, you have accumulated 15 cc. Now you can add these 2 cc's, and when you reach 25 cc, in January, you can also be promoted to supervisor. And the good news is that once you reach a position, let's say a supervisor, an assistant manager, or a manager, when you go on a vacation for a month or even stop for a year, you can go back to forever with the same ID, having the same position. Okay, so here in this business, you will never be demoted. There are 4 ways to earn in this business, which I like to share with you one by one. So the first one is personal retailing profit. Retailing profit is that when you're an assistant supervisor, for every 1,000 worth of products that you move or sell, you get 350 dirhams. If you're a manager, for every 1,000, you get 480 dirhams. You know, I like this retailing profit very much because when I used to work in my job, it comes to a point where in 2 to 3 days before my salary, I'm already short of money. And the sad thing is that I only know that I can only earn by working. So I need to wait for the 30th or the end of the month to get my salary. Now, with the help of the retailing profit, if I have any urgent expenses, I just will buy and sell products and then I get 480 or 350, for example. Now, during those 2 years that I was doing this part time, I really never run out of cash. So, thanks to this retailing profit. Now, what if you are an assistant supervisor and you have a friend that you registered, okay, under you? So this friend of yours, let's say, is trying to buy products worth 500 dirhams in original value. But since you registered her, she will be enjoying 15% discount, right? So she will not pay 500, she will only pay 425 for the products. But Forever Living will pay 20% on the 500, so you will be getting 100 dirhams. And if you have another friend buying for 1,000, you will get 200. And if you have another friend who would like to do the business as well, started on wholesale, you will get 334 for that person. Imagine if you're a manager at 30%. For every 500, there is 165. For every 1,000, there is 333. And for every 1,671, you get 551. That means for every new business partner starting at wholesale, you can enjoy 551. Now, which one is bigger for you, 551 or 334? Obviously, it's 551. That's why it's very important that you reach manager position as soon as possible. Okay? Now, this is very, very amazing because when I was working 12 hours in a day in my work, and I told you my salary was fixed every month, I said if I spent those 12 hours in Forever, imagine how much would I be earning every day? Maybe I would be triple earning more than my salary. So this is the beauty of having a Novos customer bonus. Now, what if you're a manager already and one of your team members loved the products and started doing the business as well? Started to share to his friends, to colleagues, all right? Now, what we will do is that Forever will recognize you and pay you what you call group volume bonus. Let's say you're a manager, you're enjoying 40%. You minus the 35% for the AS or assistant supervisor member in your team, and you will get 13% on his whole group. Now, what is the active volume of an assistant supervisor? 10,000. So if you get 13%, you can enjoy 1,300. Now, if you have an assistant manager, it will be 48% minus 43, then you'll get 5%. So meaning, if an assistant manager is averaging a volume of 50,000 dirhams, For 5%, you can get 2,500. If you see in this slide, there are only three examples, but in reality, you'll have more assistant supervisors, and assistant manager. Now, once you become a manager, all right, and then your downline team member becomes a manager as well, remember, we need to do the minus. So 48 minus 48, 0, right? But in Forever, there's no 0. On your first generation managers, you'll get 6%. On your second generation managers, you'll get 3%. And on your third generation managers, you get 2%. That means, okay, if this would be your structure, you can get a guaranteed income of 33,600 dirhams. Now, Jeffrey and I, we have 8 first generation managers. The good thing about having managers is that even if you're not there, they are working because managers already know the business. All right, and these people are actually working for their own. Imagine if you're going on a vacation for 1.5 months in your company, or maybe you'll tell your boss you'll have an indefinite leave. So when you come back, do you think you'll still have your position? Well, probably not. Maybe somebody has replaced you. But here in this business, even if you're not there, okay, once you have managers in the business, you will still have an income because they're also working for their own business. In some other network marketing companies, there is a system called pairing payment scheme. Now, how does it work? They will tell you to sponsor left and right. Sponsor friend A and then sponsor friend B, and then that's the only time you get paid. The bad thing about this is that they will also give you a limit every week. Let's say 16 pairs a week only. And then the 17th pair, that income that you have worked for, it will not go to you, it will go to the company. Now, what's the disadvantage of having a limited income in a week or in a day? It means there's no longevity. It cannot be inherited by your family. What do I mean by this? In Forever, even if you just sponsor one person, you right away get a direct sponsoring income. And unlimited sponsoring, unlimited income, Forever will not stop you. No matter how hard you work, you can do it as long as you're happy to do it. So that means even if you're gone, so should anything happen to you, or should you want to quit Forever, you can pass on your income, okay, to your next of beneficiary. I'll give you one example. There was one distributor in Saudi Arabia. He doesn't have any family, meaning no wife, no children, but every month he sends money back home to the Philippines. For some accident, he met a car accident and died. Now, for 5 years, the mother back home is still getting 20,000 dirhams. Imagine that every month, even if his son is gone. Why? Because in Saudi, he has already developed users of our aloe toothpaste, aloe vera gels, wherein if they run out of toothpaste, will they stop brushing their teeth? No, right? They would run or maybe order right away. Okay, so these people are autopilot already ordering the products because they are user of the products. Mind you, here in this business, we don't only recruit people. We earn on product movement. You can maybe recruit 100 people, but only one of them is using the products. That's of no use. But let's say if you have 5 people every month using the products, you have a stable income. How do you start with our business? It's very simple. Register in our website and choose your business package. The business package is the 2cc that will allow you to reach assistant supervisor level or the wholesale 35%. We can recommend to you our VIP pack, which contains 12 aloe gels, 5 Arctic Sea, 4 aloe gels for your use, and 1 Arctic Sea for your use, or combo pack, which contains 27 top selling products with marketing materials. Now, after this business package, automatic, you will be promoted on the wholesale level, assistant supervisor, and then we will sit down for a business planning with you. Okay? I'd like to share with you the most exciting part, our bonus. Do you have yearly bonus in your company? Okay, probably for some of you they have, some of you don't have. But here in Forever, we have this every year. So it's 3% of the global profit of the company, where, where of which the company is giving out to its distributors who have qualified. In 2016, we got 31,000 dirhams, and after 1 year, we got 68,000 dirhams. Not only us, we would also like to share with you our downline managers, Cheryl and Alvin. They got 21,000 dirhams, and every month, just by doing part time, they're averaging 30,000 dirhams. Imagine that. In fact, last month, they got 33,000 dirhams just by part time in Forever. And one of our managers in the Arabic world, so we have Tariq and Aziza. Tariq is working, and Aziza is a housewife. Now, Tariq is earning around 35,000 dirhams. But we asked him, no, why is he still doing this business? He said, tomorrow, if his boss will replace him with another employee, how would he feed his children and his wife? So now he is doing this part time alongside with his job and is averaging 28,000 dirhams per month just by spending 4 to 5 hours a day. Amazing. Not only them, there are also some other people like some Indians, Saudians, locals, and the number one in the world at your bottom right, number one in the Middle East to be exact. She got $349,000. That is around 1.2 million dirhams, just a bonus for 1 year. The next step after the manager is to become an Eagle manager. Why? Because your income will never go down to 10,000 dirhams a month. And you can get a free travel. The next travel in October 2018 is in Phoenix, Arizona. So you get a free ticket, free accommodation for two, and free full board meal. So you can bring your wife, your husband, your sister, your son, whoever you want to bring. Everything is paid by for Forever. These are some of the trips that we had. And the next incentive we have is Forever to Drive. This is an extra cash allowance that you can use for your car or you can use for something else. How do you get it? Let's say for month one, it's your December. You in your group, you got 50cc, and then month two, you got 100cc, that is January, and then February, you got 150cc. Automatic, the company will pay you an additional 1,460 for the next 36 months. Now, when we were on level 1, Jeffrey was driving Kia Sorento, and then he said he wanted to get his dream car, FJ Cruiser. So we decided to work for it, so we went for level 3. And then now we are enjoying 2,920 dirhams additional, okay, cash to pay our car. And in fact, this is not a company car. The car is under his name. So how would you like to change your car every 3 years, right? Now look here, the top 8 checks in the world of Forever. Last April, the company gave out $26 million or 96 million dirhams. Imagine that. Instead of the company keeping the 3% to his pocket, he's actually sharing it to the distributors who have actually qualified for it. Some people from Malaysia, France, South Africa, Denmark, India, 2 from UK, and the number one in the world to your left, Rolf Kipp from Germany, got $1.1 million. Now, how did this man do it? It's very simple. Like I told you, he used the products, he shared the products, he built a team, and he coached them. And look at him, he has 2 hands and 2 feet. Don't you have 2 hands and 2 feet also? Yes, you do. So he is not different from you. Now, here in this business, 99% is already laid out for you. Why? You have a free office, you have free staff working for you, you have a free software system monitoring your income and your points. All right, you have a warehouse, you have registered products, you have a trade license in place already, you have franchises all over the world. Now, what does Forever require from you? Only 1%. Your decision to start in your effort in this business. Now, apart from the bonus, again, you can get a free travel in every April. So, like I told you, last April, Dubai was the host. That's why we had the event in the Dubai World Trade Center. And in previous years, you can see in Johannesburg, South Africa, Singapore, London, and Hawaii. Now, how do you get these big bonuses at the end of the year? If you want to be level 1 like us, you just need to help one of your team to become an Eagle manager. Then you can enjoy between 14,000 dirhams to 200,000 dirhams of chairman's bonus. If you want to get a bigger chairman's bonus, go help 3 people become chairman's bonus level 1. Then you can enjoy up to 200,000 to 1 million dirhams. Now, if you want to go for level 3, help 6 people do chairman's bonus level 1. And the good news is that you can get 875,000 to 4.2 million dirhams. Look at this lady, Asha Juma. Alright, in 2016 April, they got $25,000. After 1 year, only 12 months, it skyrocketed to 349,000 dollars, which is 1.2 million dirhams. Can you imagine yourself in 1 year if you work so hard in your company? Do you think your company would give you 1 million as a bonus? I think not. In my whole working life, I have never ever heard a company give out a yearly bonus of 1 million. That's already a profit of a company. But here in Forever, they are so generous to actually share it to the distributors. So, what can happen to you in 12 months just by working smart in Forever? Are you ready to take charge of your life? Ask yourself this one. Now, if you want to be like these people, then you have to decide to start and work for it. Look at our income in 2016, just to share with you. Also, our chairman's bonus in South Africa. We have got $359,000, sorry, dirhams, for a year. You know what? If Jeffrey and I continued in our jobs, maybe we would be only averaging 80,000 dirhams in a year. Now, the beauty about this business is that in a year, you can earn the money that you actually work for in your job 15 to 20 years. What did we save? We save time. Because money, you can always earn it, right? Maybe you want to sell your clothes. Just sell it and then you get money. Money is earned in all aspects. But the problem is that, how about time? If time passes by, are you able to turn it back? No. Just imagine you right now, you're here in UAE or in that part of the world wherein you are not together with your family. You're not together with your children, with your wife, or with your husband. Okay? Why? Because you're working for money. But the sad thing is that you're missing a lot. That time and freedom for yourself. You know, when I quit my job, I told myself that I'm never going to go back to employment. Why? I respect people who still working, but not to be waking up to alarm clocks, not to be reporting to a boss. You know, that stress that I used to feel if I did not finish something, or if I did not meet up the expectation of my boss. Here in this business, the person that I report to is only myself. So I am the one who sets a goal to myself. And I know that every step or every effort that I put in, blood and sweat, I know that I will gain it 100% in Forever. But in my company, I will only get 10% of my blood and sweat because I'm making my company, my employer rich. Okay? So think about it, how you would like to change your life. So from what you've seen so far, you can fall in these three categories. First, you can be a yes. You might be that person that I really love the business. I want to do it. I'm so excited to start. So let me get registered and get my 2cc so that I can start on wholesale level. And then let's book your business planning or book it with your sponsor. You might be a no, oh, maybe this is not for me. But it's okay. Some people, they are born to work for somebody. And please don't pass on the products because our products are amazing. You're already spending for this in the grocery. So in this case, you just need to change brand. Or you might be a maybe, you have a lot of questions waiting to get answered. Now's the best time to ask because we, as your sponsors or the person who invited you, will be willing to answer your questions. Okay? So, guys, Thank you so much for listening to our business presentation. I hope you understand clearly how the company profile is, how amazing the products are, and how generous the compensation plan is. I'm not saying that this business is easy, but it's simple because we have already a system working for you in the last 39 years. In every part of the world, we are doing the same thing. So I suggest get registered ASAP, speak to your sponsor, sit down for a business planning, and set your goals on how much you want to earn in a month or which achievement you want to go. All right, so thank you guys and have a good night.